So, hello everyone, my name is Holden Madagame, and this is my mother, Maggie Madagame.
Hello.
Let's just introduce my mother a little bit. So, where do you live right now? Where are you from?
I live in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, where is that?
Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is in the southern part of Michigan. And I was originally from the very northern part of Michigan and grew up in the Upper Peninsula. I'm in the city now.
And is it a big change from
Absolutely.
where you grew up?
Oh, yes. It's totally different. Ann Arbor is a very more of a
So
liberal,
it's pretty liberal.
yeah, and it's has a lot of integration of different cultures and foods, and the University of Michigan is there, which means a lot of students come in and faculty, and there's lots to do. And up north, it's like totally opposite. It's very conservative. There's nothing to do. It's not the city. It's nice.
Do you think that you've changed a lot since moving?
Yes. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't realize how comfortable that would feel for me. And it didn't take long to just feel like I belonged there and it's home. And when I go back up north, even to Gaylord, where you grew up, it's just, I'm just like amazed that I even put up with it for that long.
Regarding queer and trans issues, let's put it in that scope. What is Gaylord like, or what is Northern Michigan like? How would you describe it?
Nobody really talks about it. They keep it quite quiet. And in a religious aspect, it's more of a not normal thing. There's a coffee shop up north that there was a young woman that was gay, and she was going to get hired, and she said, I need to tell you that I'm gay. And they said, well, we'll need to talk to the board to see if we can hire you or not. And it just upsets me that there's still places like that.
Yeah.
And so
And is Ann Arbor like that at all?
I don't find Ann Arbor like that at all. No, it's quite refreshing.
So that's a little bit about my mother. So I have some questions that I've asked the internet for, and also some questions of my own. So, dear Mrs. Mom, are you interested in opera? If yes, how do you get other unconverted people to go with you or watch a few moments on TV or in a video? If not, which elements, besides those starring your son, do you appreciate the most?
Yes, I love opera, and it isn't something that I think is difficult to get in Ann Arbor because it is a university city. A lot of my immediate family, opera is just not, they're either country music or just popular music.
So it sounds like the way you get people into opera is by being like, my son does opera.
Yes.
Here's a picture and a video of my son.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Great. Next question. Dear Margaret, are you still singing? I miss our voice lessons together. I hope you are healthy and happy and making music. Love, Kate.
Oh, Kate. Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. Yes, I am still singing, and I volunteer at the University of Michigan Health Center, or the hospital, twice a week. So I do an hour with my guitar and sing. And I'm still in the Our Own Thing chorale with Dr. Patterson as the director, and I love that. So and I still have your little recording of the like which ways I'm supposed to go up and down. So it's still on my recorder.
So you've been singing all your life, haven't you?
Yes, my first memory of singing was when I was about 3 years old. My dad took me to the convent, at the Catholic convent.
Oh, wow.
And he had me sing Flera Jacques to them, and they all, and I think at that moment I knew I was going to get a lot of attention
For singing.
and I'm the 7th out of 10 children, so getting attention was important.
Yeah. Next question. So I guess what is the thing you're most proud of in your life?
I truly am most proud of my children, and I still feel that way. Because they've taken on the things that I've raised them with and my husband raised them with, and it just feels good to see them caring about the world, caring about people, and caring about respect.
Next question. Has it been hard to support Holden's processes and changes, and if so, how? What are conversations like with family and friends? If it's been easy, why?
It has been difficult in some ways. I have an aunt that I was close to, my mom's sister, and we would see each other once in a while. I'd write her, and she wrote me a letter, and she said that she didn't want to talk to me anymore because of Holden, and that she did not want to. That would mean that she was supporting it in some way. And it's just like, wow. And it hurt me, but it also made me feel so sad for someone that could be coming from a place like that. And I also have a nephew that is a minister, and his family won't even tell him about Holden, which, maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't, but it's like that secrecy is so sad. And I find that very poisonous.
Next question. Dear Mama Madagame.
Aw.
Do you know who this is from?
No.
Sonia.
Oh, Sonia. I miss you.
Did you learn anything later in life that you wish you would have known sooner?
Oh my God. Sonia. Yes. I wish I would have learned at a younger age. I think we're talking in the realm of maybe trans or LGBT.
It doesn't matter.
But some of this I had really no knowledge of or experience. And I think as teaching first graders, I can now look back and see some first graders that could have had some support from me to kind of get their parents to be a little softer with them. And the gender thing too, I really worked on trying to keep the gender thing out of the classroom. And some of the things with my sexuality and my comfort with myself in the world, I think if I would have known that it was okay to be a tomboy, it was okay to not want to wear makeup and things, that I would have not judged myself so much or felt other people were judging me. So first graders don't judge you. You can wear whatever you want. But other than that,
I think you might have gotten it from context, but my mother used to be a first grade teacher. That was
yeah.
So next question, which is related. So what did it mean to be a tomboy when you were a kid?
It meant that I played with my brothers, who were quite mean to me, and my cousins, who were boys. And my sisters were older, so the neighborhood boys and my cousins and my brothers were more fun. But I got punished a lot for it. Got knocked down, called names, bullied.
For being a tomboy? Or?
Right, for wanting to play with them because they were trying to keep me from playing with them. But I realized that playing jump rope every day in the neighborhood was just, and these girls that were like embracing all these little click things, it wasn't fun. I was either going to play by myself or put up with the abuse for the boys and play baseball and all those other things. So it made me who I am because I think I'm tough for that. And I think that's part of the awesomeness is I'm going to go forward, whether it's a mistake or not, whether I make mistakes, it's going to be good.
So if you could recall when I came out to you as trans, how did it make you feel, and what were you scared of, if you were scared of anything?
It made me feel like Holden was brave. I mean, that was my first thought, that wow, I mean, he knows what he wants, and this takes a lot of guts. And my fear was not the fear of him transitioning. It was more the physical part of what it could do to his body, lifespan, different things like that. And
yeah, there's a lot of stuff you read on the internet.
Yeah. If I lived up north, I would also have feared you coming home and trying to protect you from the craziness that is so conservative. Not just up north, it happens in the city too. But I would have been afraid for you.
And have your feelings changed at all, I guess?
Every time I see Holden, I feel more relaxed about everything. Yeah, I think every time.
Great. What has helped you understand transness and gender and my gender and my identity more?
I think the thing that really helped was when I joined the Out Loud chorus in Ann
So
Arbor.
what is the Out Loud chorus?
It is a LGBT mix, even allies in this chorus in Ann Arbor. I actually learned from them also that they're so comfortable with their body and comfortable with where they're at in their gayness or their queerness or whatever, that it was like, wow, this is really inspiring. And I am not even comfortable with my own body or my own person. So it was really good. And they would ask about you too. Some of them knew you. And of course I had them listen to you too. So that helped me. Also, Holden's sister's just very awesome about things like this too. So she was informative.
Yeah, she was, even for me as well. And when I came out the first time and the second time, I went straight to her and I was just like, help.
Yeah, I still don't understand everything,
No.
but I understand when you interact with people like on Patreon, or when you interact with people that you see here in Leipzig or Berlin or whatever, I learn from how people
interact with people.
and how they interact
interesting.
with you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are there any resources that you could recommend to anybody, or is there anything that helped you?
I did get hold of this book on your body, your trans body.
Oh yeah, trans bodies, trans selves, I think.
Yeah, and before I sent it to him, I looked through so much of it, and I think that was, and so it did help. I think I needed to be led into a queer bookstore or into, in Ann Arbor they also have a gay bar. It's called the Out. Is it called the Out Bar?
It's called the Out Bar.
Yeah, and some of that is very helpful. The bookstores buy it, and
Ann Arbor in itself is a great resource. There's a couple of queer community centers. There's also the University of Michigan Queer Center. And aren't you part of an organization? Could you tell them the trans organization? So, sorry, just for context, what kind of organization is this? So it's a transgender organization, but what does it do? And where are they based?
They work on the endocrinology.
So it's a medical.
Yeah, it is in the medical, and it's in the Children's Hospital, and they're working but it's also the transgender part is not in the Children's Hospital, so they've worked very hard to get it to start at the children's level, because and Ann Arbor has been wonderful about allowing some of these kids to be who they are when they're going into first grade or kindergarten, and there's been some videos about that. But so Dr. Schumer has actually starts very young, and I heard him talking to the parents. I could see how nervous they were, but they knew this child, they were going to take this child out of one school and put him in another, because they knew that the administration and the schools were supportive, that they wanted their child to be who they were. But also medically checking to see where they are, and saying over and over, well, the puberty time is right about when that medically we can start doing things. Right now we're just checking and seeing how the child is, and actually he would sit and talk to this person too, which is just like amazing. Not just on a medical level, but this is this whole child. Medically,
It's a person, not just a patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really learned a lot from him.
Great. Okay. Last question. So, is there anything that you would say to a parent of a queer trans person about their child coming out, or about just about this subject?
I would say to a parent that you have this beautiful person and you have a chance to help them blossom, and the support that you can give them is going to let them be who they are. By setting restrictions or judging is only going to put a block between you and your child, and your child is going to suffer for it, and you ultimately are going to suffer because the thought that they're yours, they're not, and you will feel loss, and they will feel that loss too.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Mom, for doing this interview. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and also press the like button. If you want more content like this, you can go to my website. I have articles that you can read, and I also have a Patreon. You can throw a couple of euros, pounds, bucks, whatever you got, and support me doing more activism like this. Thanks so much, and see you around.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.